ballistic, and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out. Now I was just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Tonight, we start Week 9 with a prime-time matchup between the Chicago Bears and our home team. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. After the interception, here's Wilson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out in the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Now it's Wilson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Right back to Sanders on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Another run with Sanders. He'll get this down to the 38. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The Titans at 2 and 6 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a punt partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. A give running left. It's Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Buffalo 18! Nothing 19!
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That swung out wide to Sanders. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tyler Conklin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have moved out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season, is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Open man, the tight end, Henry.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Hines. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
Bryce Hall there defensively.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Sliding out of the pocket. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's complete to Traylon Burks.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 40.
Cut 19! 18, Pioneer!
They'll set up a throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become three. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st down, Wilson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 30 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it...
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Wilson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Amani Hooker. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting... We're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, You got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
60 boxes, 60 boxes. Panther 11, Panther 11. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run with Sanders up the middle, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
79 Broncos. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. That one is caught by Hunt. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Now it's Hines. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And now here's another interception. picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Down inside the 40.
Nice chunky yards at first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Wilson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They go play action now. Wilson.
to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Now the try here for the point after. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ready?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. You have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys.